The first rule of the Galactic Conclave was simple and universally obeyed. Never approach a Class X apex entity. The second rule was even simpler. If a human is involved, all bets are off. The creature was officially designated XK Null Devourer, a biomechanical nightmare discovered drifting near the collapsed star Rempha 9. It was larger than a capital ship, armored in overlapping obsidian plates, and surrounded by a permanent gravitational distortion that shredded probes and crushed unmanned drones like foil. Its mere presence disrupted FTL lanes. Entire civilizations rerouted trade routes around the sector just to avoid its territory. And now, somehow, it was docked to the Conclave's most secure research station. Panic rippled through the gathered species. Mandibles clicked. Feathers bristled. Color-shifting skin patterns screamed terror. "This is madness," hissed High Archivist Vrel of the Tyrex Collective. That entity consumed 3 war fleets during the Rempha incident. "It didn't consume them," corrected Admiral K.R.R. Thack, his 4 eyes unblinking. "It dismantled them. Methodically. Like prey." "And yet," Vrel snapped, "the Terran insists on boarding it." All eyes turned toward the viewing port as a lone figure floated across the void, tethered by a simple magnetic line. Human. Name: Dr. Elias Monroe. Occupation: xenobiologist, Terran Exploration Corps. Psychological evaluation: concerningly calm. Inside the Devourer, the corridors pulsed like veins, walls alive with faint bioluminescence. Sensors recorded spikes of energy that would have liquefied most known life forms. Dr. Monroe, however, simply adjusted his suit filters and spoke aloud, knowing the recording would be transmitted live to the Conclave. "Okay," he muttered. "Big fella. Let's see what you really are." The Devourer shifted. Outside, alarms wailed as gravitational fluctuations spiked. "IT has detected him," someone shrieked. Weapons platforms powered up instinctively, but no one dared fire. A single hostile act could provoke the creature into tearing the station apart. Inside the living colossus, Elias felt the vibration. Not aggression, but awareness. The walls softened, rearranging themselves. A massive chamber opened before him, and at its center lay the creature's core. It wasn't what anyone expected. Not a singular brain. Not a weapon nexus. It was curled up. A colossal, segmented form lay coiled in on itself, plates dulled, energy output minimal. Scars, ancient and fresh, lined its body. One massive limb twitched weakly. Elias froze. "Oh," he whispered. "Your heart." The conclave chamber erupted. "He is projecting emotions." Vrel screeched. "Humans do that," another delegate muttered in despair. Elias approached slowly, hands visible. The creature reacted, not with an attack, but with a low-frequency hum that rattled his bones. His suit AI screamed danger warnings. He ignored them. "I'm not here to hurt you," he said gently. I think everyone else already did that enough." Data streams lit up across the station. The Devourer's energy signature wasn't hostile. It was defensive. Reactive. Its attacks during the Rempha incident were reclassified in real time. Not predatory behavior. Territorial defense. Pain response. The creature had been driven from its stellar nursery when Rempha 9 collapsed. War fleets encountered it panicked, attacked first, and triggered escalation. The galaxy had labeled a refugee as a monster. Elias knelt, an act that caused several species to faint. he said softly. You're safe now. The devourer extended a limb the size of a shuttle. Conclave weapon systems reached firing threshold. Then the limb stopped inches from Elias and lowered itself. Elias did something that would be debated for centuries. He placed his gloved hand on the obsidian plating. The creature purred. A sound so deep and resonant it shook the station, yet carried unmistakable tonal patterns of contentment. Silence swallowed the conclave. By the void, Admiral Kaarathak breathed. It has bonded. Over the following cycles, the truth unraveled. The devourer was not a weapon species. It was a stellar gardener, an ancient life form that stabilized dying stars by absorbing excess energy and redistributing matter. Entire star systems owed their existence to creatures like it. But it was alone. Its kind had been hunted to near extinction by empires that feared what they didn't understand. Elias spent days inside the creature, mapping neural pathways, soothing damaged tissue with nano-repair swarms, and, against all protocol, naming it. Fluffy, he said cheerfully during one broadcast. Vrel nearly ruptured a respiratory sac. You cannot name a Class X entity Fluffy. Elias shrugged. He likes it. Fluffy responded by adjusting its mass to shield the station from a micrometeor storm that would have obliterated it. The conclave watched, stunned, as the devourer, Fluffy, repositioned itself protectively around the station like a guardian beast. Fear turned into something else. Awe. When a rogue armada later attempted to seize the creature, believing it the ultimate weapon, they never got close. Fluffy didn't attack. It stood there. Its gravitational field expanded, bending space itself. Enemy ships were gently, but irresistibly, pushed away, their weapons rendered useless, hulls intact but helpless. Elias addressed the galaxy afterward. You keep calling him a monster, he said calmly. But he only ever defended himself. Maybe the problem isn't what's out there. He paused. Maybe it's us. The conclave voted unanimously. A first in recorded history. Class X apex entities were reclassified as sentient stellar beings. Hunting them became a crime on par with genocide. Fluffy was given a protected system. Lush, stable, and far from trade routes. Elias retired from the core and moved there too. Years later, children from a dozen species would visit the system on cultural exchange tours. They'd watch in disbelief as a human floated alongside a massive obsidian titan, laughing as it nudged asteroids playfully. Isn't he dangerous? One asked. Elias smiled, rubbing a section of plating the size of a city block. Only if you're cruel. Fluffy hummed, stars shimmering brighter around him. And across the galaxy, a new saying spread, half joke, half warning. If humans stop calling it a monster, you probably should too.